The Steelers are out on the ice. Can they return to winning ways here at Ice Sheffield? Can Cardiff continue the great run of form that they've been in? 12-0 at home so far this season. On the road, they have the best record of anybody in the elite. Really impressive stuff. Colton Fretter returning after his double hernia operation. And a player who on his day, and he's not 100% fit by any stretch of the imagination, he could be devastating. And maybe he's the catalyst to reignite the Sheffield Steelers team. Here's Eddie. That goes through and in! A high shot deflected. I think it hit Jonathan Phillips last. And it's that kind of greasy goal the Sheffield Steelers need right now. It feels like they've been in a funk. And the deflection beats bounds. And a punch of delight from the Steelers captain. Cardiff definitely come out stronger in this second session. They're not the best of performances in the first by any stretch of the imagination. Oh, that's a hard hit. Penalty coming on the plate. There's a hit from behind. See this one again. Andrew Lord. Straight through the numbers. Penalty coming the way. He's out of the game. A 5+ match. Martin. Steelers have a faller out in front. Shot comes just wide of the target from Salters. Steelers will try and wind this one away. Richardson holds in. Good active play on the point. Into the final 15 seconds of this power play. Martin to the side of the net. Salters is there. Haddad is there. Sagging in low. Devils looking for options. Richardson at the top. Lets this one go into the catching glove of Pintz. 5 seconds remain on the penalty kill. It's been a terrific effort. Cardiff's power play has been so very, very good. And Sheffield go back to full strength, but they can't afford to ease off now. They've got to keep the foot down. They'll be tired as there's an elbow to the head. Nothing given. Here's Culligan. Can get hold of that one. Steelers should clear the zone. They do. To Dowd, who goes rink wide to O'Connor. O'Connor again. Good puck movement to Dowd and Nelson. Coyle had a really good period so far, Jace Coyle. Now Dowd looking for a passing lane. No real option though. Here's Legui at the top. Steelers with a chance out in front. What a goal! Cross-checked into the net as he scores. 6 in 6 for Levi Nelson. Number 11 on the year as well. And the Steelers take a 2-goal lead. A redirect left all alone and enough time to get it on the backhand. Cross-check into the net. Could and probably should be a penalty on Josh Batch, that. Levi Nelson, though, doesn't look like he cares too much. It's like Paul Thompson's just shuffled the lines here a little bit. Legui back with his man. Oh, he's taken down there, penalty coming. And Tyson Marsh is going to get hit by Levi Nelson. He's hammered, and all of a sudden, he's at the bottom of a pile. Did he ever finish on that hit? Oh! I don't know whether he didn't hear the whistle or what, but Levi Nelson wasn't very happy about something. And Tyson Marsh is screaming at him. Hendricks grabbed hold of him. He is an agitator of the highest order. Levi Nelson, 5+ game for charging. Bizarrely, the Steelers are going to end up with a power play out of all of this. Steelers kill the penalty as Ferrara comes out of the box, and Steelers immediately go on the offense. Chance out in front, Ferrara once, Ferrara twice, denied by Ben Bounds. 6 on 5. Devils going to gamble. They need 2 goals to tie this game. Can they get one now? Hotham, shot will come, and they score! Immediately. A big blast from just inside the blue line. And Hudson again against the Sheffield Steelers. Straight off the set play. Pintz finally beats him. And Hudson leans on one. Hudson, Hotham again. Tries the feed play to Kirker. Can't quite pick him out into the final 10. They need a big shot from somewhere. The flop play. Into the corner it goes. Final 4. Steelers are going to win this one. Back to winning ways on home ice with a victory of real character, grit and determination. Steelers short-handed through injury and suspension. Marek Pintz gets the Man of the Match award. How are they going to explain the Eddie to him? Doesn't speak loads of English. Ben O'Connor might be on Russian-speaking duty. Hey, the belly flop over the blue line. Paul, you said before the game that you needed a greasy road win. Is that what you got?
I think it was a little bit better than that. I think it was a real controlled home win tonight. And, credit to the boys. I think everyone bought into the system today. We got back to playing the style of hockey that defensively that we want to try and achieve. We know offensively we're going to get our chances. And we proved that in the first period. I mean, I think it was 18 shots to 4 in the first period, on the sheets that I get given me. And we had 4 or 5 great scoring chances, but defensively was what really pleased me today.
Marek Pintz was always going to be the talking point tonight. What did you make of his performance?
I thought he looked very, very assured. And we talked the other day about me getting him into a situation where I can get him in a non-pressure situation. And that happened on Sunday night. Not in the best of circumstances when you're 4-0 down to your local rivals. But he came in and I felt that he didn't feel the pressure. He could go and ply his trade. And tonight he just looked great. And he keeps the puck moving. He catches it, keeps it moving. And he looked very, very assured. But the boys played pretty smart in front of him. And I thought our PK today was against a very good power play. And they hardly had any zone time, and that's when they're dangerous. And we did a great job in the neutral zone, nullifying them, coming in with any control tonight.
You mentioned the penalty kill. It had to be good because it had an awful lot of work to do. What did you make of the calls from that respect? Were they right? Were they wrong?
In all honesty, and I know I'm not being an Arsene Wenger here, I didn't see them. I didn't see either of them. I'll look at them on video, but I know there's a couple of calls and a couple of huge elbows on a couple of my guys that didn't get called, and I'll be looking for them on when I review the video.
And it could leave you in quite a spot now, looking ahead towards the weekend against Cardiff. It almost feels like there's a score potentially to be settled here.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? Well, they're 12-0 at home this season. I mean, they're dynamic at home. But we would have gained a lot of confidence from our performance today. And if we lose players, we lose players. Other players have to step into their shoes and do their job. And I thought Jace Coyle tonight was absolutely immense on the back end. And I thought Lawrence had his best game for us. He killed penalties for me tonight, big stick, he was in the right position. And obviously getting Colton Fretter back is a huge plus for us.
Yeah, his penalty killing exploits towards the end of the game were just phenomenal, weren't they?
Well, a big block shot, wasn't it, that one time? But I think as a team, as a man, they bought into what we were trying to achieve today. And we were the best team in every area tonight.
Does it feel a little bit like all of a sudden you've had a shot of something in the arm to get you going again after that?
During a season, you always have. I mean, and we've been going a month longer than everybody else. And I think us and Bray have probably dipped a little bit in recent weeks. And you've got to get back to what made you a tough team to beat and what made you a dynamic team. And we'd gone away from that because we were leaking goals, we were leaking them in bunches, and then you're pushing, and you're over trying. Well, tonight we played to a tight, solid defensive system, and we executed when we had to.
When you think back to that second goal, Legui bang in the middle on the blue line, doesn't get sucked in. He actually ends up making the goal out of some just good positional defensive play.
Yeah. So, you know, we keep our F3 nice and high, and it's tough to pick up defensively from that point of view. And, you know, when Levi goes to the dirty areas, that's where he scores his goals. And he made a great play. And, you know, Leggy did a great job in getting it through.
It's going to be an emotional, passionate night in Cardiff on Saturday. How do you approach that? Do you allow the players to get involved in that, or have they got to be a bit more disciplined?
Oh, I think you want to be involved in a passionate night. I mean, you go into Cardiff, and it's loud, it's robust, it's small. You know they're going to come at you. We should enjoy that.
Andrew, first of all, what's your reflections on that performance?
Really slow out of the gates. That first period just wasn't good enough. We talked earlier, we needed a good start. We just didn't have it. At the same time, I think Sheffield came out and played a real solid game. It was almost as if we were the home team tonight and they were the road team. They kept it simple. They clogged up the neutral zone. We weren't getting pucks deep. Kept turning them over. They would hit us on the counter. They really took it to us that first 12 minutes. They got that big first goal. And then from there we were chasing the game. Maybe probably could have started the game a little bit differently from a systematic point as well, definitely as a work ethic point.
You always feel like it's a good night when you get lots of power play time, but actually it sometimes works the reverse, doesn't it? Where you end up playing a lot of minutes, you end up getting tired and not able to do what you want.
Yeah, I think that power play was a reflection of our overall work ethic and just our lack of jump tonight. You know, when you have jump, you're excited to play. When you're excited to get to the net, make plays, you're going to do things on the power play, and we just didn't have that. We just kept losing battles, weren't supporting each other enough. Really just always kind of watching. All four guys away from the puck were really puck watching without supporting the guy on the puck. And Sheffield's got a great PK, and they were working very hard, and we weren't matching that. And when you don't match it, that extra man doesn't do you much good, right?
Big moments in the game tonight, some big decisions for the referee too. You've ended up with a pretty nasty looking eye out of all of this. Did he get the majority of them right though?
I didn't even think twice about the referees. It's tough, right? If you look back at the tape, I think we made a lot more mistakes than referees tonight. So I'm not gonna blame that at all either way. Just overall, we need more work ethic. We need some more passion out there on a game like tonight to beat a very good club.
What do you put that down to? Is there something that you can feel for that?
Yeah, I mean, as a coach, you're constantly reflecting, right? So now there'll be a lot of communication with our leaders, with the rest of the coaching staff. Did we push our guys too hard in practice the last 10 days? Were our systems too aggressive in the games over the weekend? Did we, because of that, were we flat tonight? Or did it just come down to guys individually not getting themselves going enough? We'll look at all those points and try to come up with a solution, and then at the end of the day we'll wipe the slate clean and start fresh tomorrow and go at it, because Saturday's going to be a very tough game as well.
And Saturday, I suppose, it gives you that immediate chance to put it right, doesn't it, against the same opposition?
Yeah, I mean that's nice. One good thing about our league, there are quite a few games, so we'll have to cut this loose, learn from it, and make sure we have our passion, our energy for Saturday.
And is that going to be the key thing in your building? Having your fans there, having that atmosphere, does that make the big difference to what you're hoping to do? I
mean, that always helps, right? That always makes it easier having that extra man, so to speak, out there with our fan base, right? Because they're always bringing it. But at the end of the day, we got to find a way to get ourselves going in the tough games, right? Because anyone can be up for those games where you're at home when you have the fans behind you, but we got to start finding ways to go into tough buildings, like we did in Belfast that weekend. We need to have that against Sheffield on the road.